All right, everything's taken care of here. These are all just a shade under 3/4. These are those 13/16, but they're all the same height, or width, I should say. All 1.5 inches. Well, that's going to be nice. So now I just have to figure out how I want to join these together to make my frames. I'm leaning towards a box joint. Alright, I just had another thought, and it's a good one. When this gets shaped, this reveal on this side is going to be narrower, obviously, than the inside. And I've calculated it to be about right there. And when I measure that, that is about 1/2 inch. Now if these on the back side and the bottom are 3/4, that's going to look a little weird. You're going to want this, or I'm going to want this, get this, I'm going to want this thickness to be the same as this. So I'm going to take these down to just a hair over 1/2 inch. And I think that that will give me a nice look from the side. You know, a uniform look. Alright, now you can really see the difference here. This is what I'm calling a fat 1/2 inch. It's about 45 thousandths over. That'll be alright. So now we're good to go. Now I can just size my material, and then what I've decided to do is a box joint. Alright, after much thought and deliberation, you wouldn't believe it, over such a simple joint. I'm just going to do, I've tried a couple trial cuts. The stiles all get cut the same length. The difference is in the rails. The tongues on the front are this wide, and the tongues on the back are this wide. Now those also get cut to the same length, and that's yet to be determined, I guess. So what I'm going to do is kind of take a leap of faith here. I'm going to cut all these to the same length. I'm going to take a couple of credit cards here, and that's my spacing. Get a mark here, which I already have. And that will give me the reveal I need on the top and the bottom. Alright, after determining, or not determining, after cutting this joint that's going to go on the back, those are all done, top and bottom. I have to determine the length of these pieces based on the intersection of this one. And I've got to eyeball it. It's going to come in contact at about there with the front of the case. This is not about, that's where the taper is going to start. So I want that to be just a little bit in front, I think. Give me a little wiggle room there. So that's that. And it's running pretty true. So my length is right there. Make sure that's where I wanted. I can always change the depth of my cut to bring this back. So I'm going to start a little long, probably an eighth, just to get a good idea. So I'm going to mark it here. Well, I'm glad I cut it where I did. Bring that out just a little. I think we can raise that stack just a little bit because this is going to get kind of thin out here. I want a little more meat, so I'm going to raise it up just a hair. Alright, who knows what happened here? This joint is loose on this piece, but it's tight when I go this way. So I'm going to keep it on the bottom, but what I'm going to have to do is custom cut this one. I'm going to have to sneak up on this fit. And this one here is just exceptionally tight. So I've got to thin this one a little bit. So it's just one of those little idiosyncrasies of woodworking, I guess. You cut them all at the same time, but you still end up with joints that are just a little bit different. So this one's got to get a little thinner. Just a whisker. And this one I'm going to back my fence off and then come into it and custom fit this one.